everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning. Do we have a lot to talk about? I feel like we have a lot to talk about. Let's see what kind of questions you guys have today. Okay, first question. Would like to see more fitness pros on the show discussing protein, meal plans, etc. What do you recommend? Well, I always love to get a little more insight into that. Can I tell you who's kind of become a pro himself in that space? That's Eric Trump. Imagine that. Yeah, that's right. My husband, when Eric Trump gets on something, he really gets on it. And he started really kind of deciding that he wanted to learn more about nutrition and fitness and all of that, I don't know, a couple of years ago. And he'll tell you all you need to know about your protein intake, about your carb intake, all of it. I would like to say that I subscribe to the same regimen that Eric does. I'm sort of ashamed to admit it. I don't. I try. Look, when my body doesn't get enough fruits and vegetables, it's literally all I crave for like the next several days. So as you can imagine, doing a lot of traveling, I think I had 3 days last week where I ate, and I'm not even joking, cheese for 3 meals in a row. I'm sorry, 3 days of meals in a row, just all cheese. Yeah, because that's what was available. So it's not perfect, but then I try to make up for it on the other side. Sure, we'll get somebody on here. I can always use a little pep talk in that space. I always love to learn more about things that'll make me feel better, healthier, all of it. So we'll certainly work on that. But I think everything in balance is generally how I want to operate. I mean, Eric will go hard on these, things where he like has no sugar for a certain amount of time. I'll be really honest. I don't feel like I can do that. I do love a peanut butter cup. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I need a little something sweet at the end of the night, or at least I like it. So I think everything in balance is a good way to operate. I would just say try to add more protein, more vegetables, more fruits into your, overall meal plan. And then once you fill up on that stuff, you kind of don't want anything else because you're full, just as a starter. But yeah, let's see. I'm all for more fitness and healthy eating. So we'll see what we can do. Okay, next question. How afraid do you think Democrats are behind the scenes with Kamala as their installed nominee? You know the truth. That's really the way to say it. It's kind of crazy where we are right now in the United States of America. I mean, I go back to like a year ago. And I remember doing this show and even people writing in and saying, how do you think Joe Biden will be? Will he actually seek a second term in office? And I was like, I don't know if it's actually going to be Joe because he seems so far gone years ago. And then the fact that they were just able to usher him on out. Where the heck is everybody, by the way? Who is running this country? Kamala Harris prepared for that debate for 5 days in a row. She locked herself away in Pittsburgh. Casually the vice president of the United States. I don't know what she's obviously completely defunct in her job there. She's not doing anything. Joe has been on the world's longest vacation, California for a week after the DNC, Delaware, the beach for another week. I mean, who's seen Joe Biden? Where is he? Who's running the country right now? Behind the scenes, I can only assume the Democrats are really upset with this. Because they know what a bad candidate Kamala Harris is. They know that whenever she ran for president the first time in 2019, she was so bad she had to drop out before California voted. She had to drop out before the very first primaries because people were like, not really feeling like this is a person who we want to put in charge of the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I imagine that they're very upset. Rumor has it that Nancy Pelosi had a little heartburn about this. This wasn't her perfect setup and scenario. But see, they backed themselves in a corner. And this is their own fault. They only have themselves to blame for this. Because if you rewind the tape, go back to 2020, when Joe Biden chose Kamala Harris as his running mate, he didn't come out and say, I think this is the best number 2 for me. I think this is the best second in command. This is the person who I have the utmost confidence. If I'm not able to do my job, which he hasn't been for 4 years, if I'm not able to do my job, this is the person who could step in, take the reins, and I know this will be an effective leader for the country. No, That's not what they said. Remember what Joe said? He said, I'm going to choose her based on how she looks. So the fact that they had to play identity politics, which they always do, has put us and them in the position that they're in, and sadly our country is in right now. And they back themselves in a corner because now you have a woman, you have a minority woman who you guys plugged into the position of vice president alongside Joe Biden because she looked a certain way. And you guys wanted to really blow that up and make that a big deal. This is a historic big deal. Forget about whether or not she could do the job, which clearly she can't. She's done nothing except take this country in the wrong direction for 4 years now. But they couldn't pass her up. Who are they going to put in there? Who are they going to put? Gavin Newsom? A guy? A white guy? No, they can't do that. They had to go with Kamala Harris. They can't step over her. They can't get, she's there. So this is what you got, guys. Congratulations. How does it feel? How's it working out for you? So, man, they had to turn all the machines on, get the whole machine going behind Kamala Harris to really amp her up. Sadly, I don't think it has gone exactly as planned because I think a lot of people would argue she's been very lackluster in her run thus far. Save for all the media hype and all of that, Kamala Harris has been a bit of a failure. And that's what we expect to see as well on November the 5th. So sorry, guys, you did it to yourself. Okay. Are you struggling to sleep at night? Have you heard of Sleep Cream? Sleep Cream is a revolutionary new product made of all natural ingredients and with pure CBD. You simply rub it on sensitive skin areas right before bed. You will feel relaxed in a matter of minutes and you will get the best sleep you've had in years. I know I have. You may have heard all kinds of mixed messages about CBD, but Sleep Cream only uses pharmaceutical-grade pure CBD crystals with 0 THC, and it's made right here in the USA. So if you want an all-natural way to sleep better, you must try Sleep Cream. Best of all, it's guaranteed to work or your money back. No questions asked. Just try it for yourself, and with its 100% money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose except more sleepless nights. Go to sleepcream.com, that's sleep, CREME.com, and you can use code November24 at checkout to save $24 on your first order. If you're ready for the best sleep ever, go to sleepcream.com, that's sleep, CREME.com. Okay. You've asked and MyPillow listened. They're finally bringing you the most requested offer ever. Right now, you can get the queen size premium MyPillow for only $19.98. MyPillow is made with patented adjustable fill, and it adjusts to your exact individual needs, regardless of your sleep position. It helps keep your neck aligned and holds its shape all night long so you get the best sleep of your life. But that's not all. Get their 6-piece kitchen or bath towel sets for only $25, the brand new mattress topper for as low as $69.98, and their famous MyPillow bed sheets for as low as $25, and so much more. Go to mypillow.com or call 800-624-3945 and use promo code Trump to get huge discounts on all MyPillow products, including the premium queen size MyPillow, only $19.98. That is the lowest price ever. Don't delay, order today and use promo code Trump. Next question. What's the funniest movie you've ever seen and what moment made you laugh hardest? Oh my gosh. There's so many good ones. I mean, listen, I got a question on this show a year or so ago asking me what movie I could quote from start to finish. There are several of them. National Lampoon's movies I could probably do start to finish. They're pretty funny. They're pretty great. Coming to America can do that all the way through. Ghost could do it all the way through. Probably My Cousin Vinny could do it all the way through. The funniest, though, I mean, I'll be honest. I know not everybody likes it, and I know he's no fan of ours, but I do love a Sacha Baron Cohen movie. I do love Borat. I'll be really honest. It's hilarious. If I'm just, flipping through, and that happens to be on TV for all the time I have to flip through these days, one day, and that happens to be on TV, you know what? There's always a good laugh in there. There's always something that's probably not going to play right now for any of these lunatics who want to just take the humor out of everything. But it's really funny. That stuff is really funny. I'm sorry. So I love it. Probably Borat. I mean, I think it's a great movie. Sorry, you can think whatever you want of me. But there are so many good ones. And I feel like, I'm trying to think of a recent one I saw. But, they suck the life out of everything. The Democrats, everything's got to be politically correct. You can't step over any line. It's terrible. Forgetting Sarah Marshall is also a good one. I laughed. That was on TV recently. That's hilarious. So yeah, those are kind of up there. I'm trying to think. If I think of another one, I'll let you know. But coming to top of the mind right now, those are the ones. Okay. Next question. What Trump policies do you think everyone could agree on, regardless of party? I think there's a lot. This is the sad thing to me. See, Donald Trump, they can't actually go after him regarding his policies because his policies were winners for the country. I mean, the biggest tax cuts in American history, those are pretty good. That sounds pretty solid. Bringing manufacturing back to America, good for everyone. Lowest unemployment in the history of the country, great. 1.4% inflation, fantastic. Trade deals with China, with Mexico, with Canada, great. Peace agreements in the Middle East, great. Energy independence, great. Here's the thing with that. They love to go on this whole thing about how climate change is an existential threat, and it's like the greatest thing threatening us. And that's why we can't actually drill here in this country. That's why we had to shut down the pipeline, the Keystone XL pipeline. First day in office, by the way, Joe and Kamala did that. It caused such disaster for America. That's one of the reasons that gas is so expensive. That's one of the reasons inflation hasn't gone down. That's one of the reasons Putin could invade Ukraine. That's one of the reasons Iran enriched itself enough to support Hamas invading Israel and the whole thing. It was all so dumb. And we are having to import oil into America, and we do it cleaner than anyone. So these are all just common sense policies. How about closing the southern border? How about that policy? These are things that everyone should be able to agree on. Anybody who wants an open border, are you kidding me? Take a look around. Anybody who wants to pay more for groceries, for gas, for everyday goods and services, take a look around. It's not working out. What Joe and Kamala sold you was a bad and a totally false bill of goods. It's no good for America. If you take Donald Trump's name out of it, and you actually look at his policies, you can't argue with them. They were good for everyone in this country. And I would suggest everyone do that. Maybe talk to some of your liberal friends out there, if you've got any left. It's just common sense. That's all it is. And so take Donald Trump's name out of it. You can't argue. The proof is in the pudding. And by every quantifiable metric, this country was working better when Donald Trump was in office. Okay. Last question. Ooh, what's the best sandwich you've ever eaten? This is a good one. I mean, I talk a lot about making a good grilled cheese sandwich. And I sort of love when my kids ask for a second grilled cheese. This happened over the weekend. My son asked for another grilled cheese because I can make a great grilled cheese. Brioche bread. You just have to get just a little bit of real butter. We don't use any of the garbage stuff. Real butter. And American cheese. I just get a nice sliced American cheese, yellow American. They don't like white American, although I like them both. Whatever. I'll eat any kind of cheese. As you heard, I ate cheese for 3 days in a row. Whenever they ask me for another grilled cheese and somebody doesn't finish it, and I'm like, oh guys, that's wasteful. We can't waste food. But secretly I'm like, great, because I'm going to eat this little bit that you guys didn't finish. And it's delicious. Gosh, I do love a good Jersey Mike sub. It's very nostalgic for me. I just remember, when I was a kid, on a weekend or something, we'd go out on the boat and, my parents would go pick up a whole thing of Jersey Mike subs with the nice lettuce and oil and vinegar, a little salt and pepper on there. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, whatever. I do love a good tuna. I do love a good egg salad sandwich. I'm really going off on the sandwiches here. There's a lot we could do, but I'm going to go with a Jersey Mike's. Let's say a Jersey Mike's, a tuna melt or something. That'll work for me. I could take that right now. Kind of getting hungry. Thank you for thinking of me. All right. that's going to do it for us for this episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Man, we don't have that many weeks. We don't have many more of these before November 5th, before the big day. So make sure you get those questions into me so I can answer them now on the front end of the most important election of anyone's lifetime. So we'll see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Put your questions underneath or send them to any of our social media sites, and we'll see you back here next time for more. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.